Meanwhile, we have a lot of other earnings to contend with. Shenu Agarwal, the MD and CEO of Ashok Leyland, joins in. Shenu, thank you for joining in. It's been a good last few months on the volume front. All segments have done well, double-digit growth. Do you think this continues? And if you could also give us an outlook for, say, the fourth quarter, and at what stage of the CV cycle are we in right now? Some color would do.
As far as the commercial vehicle industry is concerned, November and December have been very, very strong months. And even January was very strong. It was actually stronger than December. And for February also, we are seeing a lot of momentum on the ground. I think the inquiry and the lead pipeline is very robust. And therefore, I would say that this would be the fourth month in a row where we are expecting very strong growth momentum in the CV industry. The other good thing is that it is across the range, across the segments, whether it is light commercial vehicles or intermediate or heavy duty. So we are seeing this momentum building up everywhere. We have been talking about the issue regarding the aging of the truck fleets in the country for last many quarters now. And we all know that while historically the age of the fleet has been close to 7.5 years, but of late the aging has increased to roughly about 10 or 10.5 years. And we always were hoping that there would be a trigger that would come for the industry where it will kick in a fresh replacement cycle. And we believe, because this is already the fourth month of a strong momentum, we believe that that replacement cycle has now kicked in. And if that is true, then this is not a small blip or a short-term impact of the GST rate cut and other factors, but we believe that this will continue for a much longer time.
Mr. Agarwal, quarter two, this is the highest ever quarterly revenue, the 12th consecutive quarter of double-digit margin, despite raw material cost increase. Are you confident of maintaining the margin at current levels going forward? And how do you see the raw material trend going forward?
Yes, you're right. I mean, this has been a splendid quarter for us. Quarter three, we have created a best ever revenue, all-time high EBITDA, all-time high profitability, PBT, PAT, everything is all-time high for the quarter. And even for the YTD basis, we are much ahead, of our performance in the last year, first 9 months. So I think, our strategies are showing up in the results. On the market share side also, we are very focused on creating differentiation and premiumization in our products. And equally important is that we are very well focused on the service side. We do believe that market share is something very fundamental, which you can only achieve in the medium run, long run, only through creating some differentiation in your product or in your service. Right? So the teams are very, very focused on those two aspects. And overall, we are very happy with the results so far.
All right. Could you also give us a market share for both the M and HCV business and the bus segments?
Yes. So our market share for the MHCV has been close to 31%, which is higher than last year's similar period. And our LCV overall Vahan market share is close to 12.7 or 12.8%, which is higher by about 70 or 80 basis points over the same period last year. So in both the segments, we are doing very well. Even in buses, we continue to maintain our leadership position with a market share above 40% now.
Well, you've reported another healthy quarter of export growth, 20% in quarter three and more than 30% in the first 9 months of the year. Are you still maintaining the 20 to 25% target for FY26?
Exports is one of our key focus areas. We have done very well in Q3. The exports volume have grown by 20%. In the 9-month period ending December 31, the export volume has grown by 30%. So it's a very, very strong growth. But I would say our ambition is even bigger. We still believe that, there is a huge headroom in our export volume, not just in the three home markets that we are already in, which is GCC, SAARC, and Africa, but we are also aggressively pushing establishing our fourth home market in ASEAN countries also. So we would be continuing with good export volume growth in the future. And this would be on the back of not just expansion of our distribution or our service capability in these markets, but it will also be on the back of the products that we are now exclusively developing for some of these home markets.
All right, Shenu, thanks a lot for that.